Hello everyone. We're back with some more Noita. It wouldn't be a Noita run if we didn't sit here and consume all of the water in the Holy Mountain as concentrated mana. Still taking advantage of this because of our Iron Stomach perk. Because honestly, why not load up thousands of seconds of this? We are going to need to take our time. So we'll go through this time. Eventually we want to have built up a really big stomach as well for the Eat Your Vegetables perk, which I believe is going to vastly increase our damage. Maybe not vastly, it's more like a percentile. But we'll even eat these fish. Because why not? Fish in concentrated mana sauce. Moving on. Now, if we recall correctly, our main goal here was to continue to load up perks. Playing the long game. Trying to do some of the off-the-beaten-path content in this game. And we're going to need a lot of perks to do that. Oops. Okay, now, we're immune to quite a few things. But don't believe we're quite immune to electric yet. And I don't think we're breathless either. I believe that that would be another really nice perk to pick up. Want to be a little cautious about diving into any sort of mushroom biome at this exact moment. But while we're down here, it really doesn't hurt to take a look at some of the wands. Like this quadruple spell, don't think we have one of those. We are gold is forever now, and greed. The more we stack these things, the more we're looking at big money. There will be some limits to the amount of money we can pull out by, as we've heard, we're not doing a New Game Plus. New Game Plus would add quite a bit of gold to the drops. Instead, we'll just be going with the basic game. The main reason we're not going to New Game Plus is because I'm not sure that all the quests we want to do can even be done in New Game Plus. So we're really going to be having to farm everything we can out of this so far. Which is why we're taking our time and picking stuff up. I don't know that dynamite is going to be part of our exploding wand. We're planning on making an explosive wand on here, and I think I may pick up this dynamite, and I'll tell you why. I believe it's going to be advantageous for us to just have an arrangement of explosives to work with. If we have bomb, dynamite, exploding box, any of the reasonable sized ones, they all work a little bit different, and I think that that will create a little bit more of a chaotic and wide-ranging explosion. And you know, in an underground jungle, we may or may not find every spell we're looking for. We'll probably need to go a little deeper than this. However, accelerating shot would be good for the kinetic weapon. Are we even going to have room for something like that? As it stands now, we don't. But I can, well, I'm going to pick it up. I do have room, to be honest. I think accelerating shot's okay, but I believe we really want accelerating homing. What did I pop here? Berserker stuff. Okay. I think one of the problems is that once you are on the iron stomach perk, if I drink this, nothing happens. Yeah, I'm tripping. I accidentally drank mushroom juice. So let's put that away. Just a little bit. It's not enough to affect me too bad. Just check it out. WOD said, taking it easy today as we approach the new year. You know, bonus points, anybody remembers just how far into the parallel worlds we actually are. Considering we've had some decent luck with the dragon drop, I don't think it's a bad idea for us to see if we can get him out of here. We're at least going to get that health that he drops. And last time I killed him before he could kill me. Come on. Come on, dragon. Normally you just delete his egg and he makes an appearance. There we go. So what's he got today? Cool, but no. No problem, because we'll take that heart. Lots of hearts now. Something happened. We definitely have permanent eye, and I cast it somehow. I think that my wand, the shuffle wand that I cast the eyeball from, had some sort of tweak to its duration of spell, which caused us to make it last literally forever. Now, as we were talking about with explosives, this is another one. Dormant crystal with trigger, but it adds another thing goes off after it blows up. I don't think that's exactly the one we want to do. I want it to be more of a one-shot thing. I don't need a cascading chain explosion at this point, at this stage. We need some way for it to home and basically just get a bunch of bombs and what have yous just stuck to a bad guy. I stepped in poison. That was ouch. That's some polymorphine up there. That's going to be bad. There's polymorphine all over the place. So Stens is going to piece it for now. I don't like the looks of it. I'm headed down. Didn't like the way it looked. Didn't like the way it looked to me. Oh. I think I'm in the right spot. Yes. Holy Mountain, here we come. And perks for me. Cool. Well. Bomb cart is another one of those assorted explosions we're going to be using. This looks like explosive box could be good as well. Any of these wands speak to me? Not really. What about this stuff? Well. Exploding cold, okay. Phasing, maybe. Slime blood, probably not. Dying enemies become rats. Okay. I think I am going to reroll this. Like, maybe phasing would have been good. Maybe we do want phasing. We buy that, we re-roll the other three if we can. Well, no need for re-roll. That's it. Exploding box. Problem is that this wand, as cool as it is not shuffle. I mean, it is shuffle, which is going to be a problem. We need a non-shuffle wand if we're really going to do this right. Preferably with plenty of mana recharge and high mana capacity. We're going to really use an exploding wand. The best of our ability. There's enough damage modifiers on here to do quite a bit. But you know what it's time for. It's time for more mana, folks. Get this chugged. It's like fast forward if you want, temporarily while this happens. Probably seen this a million times by now, but that's okay. Number go higher. That's what we want, is larger number. Okay. I always end up eating the sand. That just tastes good. And we'll have our fish with concentrated mana sauce. In a bed of sand. Ooh, this is some tasty stuff right here. Almost like as I eat the fish, there becomes more mana. I'm drinking it. I'm not messing around anymore. I want it all. Did I want this exploding bomb cart? I think the answer is yes. There's a lot of stuff in this wand. And this thing is not running out of... Excuse me. This thing is not running out of mana. So we should consider adding a few things to this to just free up some slots. Does anything bad happen when I put this crit on there? Yeah, it starts to run out of mana. So it pretty much is at full. Circle of Stillness. There's got to be some other stuff we can just sort of chuck from around here. We only need the, like, one dynamite would be fine. I don't know how important these black holes really are anymore. If we're trying to make a kaboom boom wand, we should be saving room for that. Bomb cart is a good one for it, and we don't need tons of these, like, make no mistake. A few will get it done. Alright, yeah, we're done with that black hole. I feel like my drill is good enough. It's time for the vault. Now let's be careful. Remember, we can fall into acid here. Or we can get cooked by acid like I just was. I believe I'm immune to explosions and what have you. I'm not immune to this frozen stuff. I seem to be immune to the toxicity. I'm just trying to remember what we had picked up. Blood money will help us. Let's see what we can find down here, as long as we don't wind up in a vat of acid. Like, that's quite acidic right there. We could peel the onion a little bit and really scan this out. Break that. Lots of acid this time around. But the vault is a very chaotic level. Anything else in here? Just some water. There's a master of polymorph. We don't want that around. There's a swapper doing stuff. Didn't like that. That was a little disconcerting. Swapper, excuse me. Better to just take it out. Oh my goodness. Okay. Seems to me like as I hit those things with the lower damage spam projectiles, it procs the swapper thing, and that is sort of punishing me for using these kind of spammy wands, right? Meaning all the more reason why we need to have our eyes peeled, because we would like to make that aforementioned exploding wand as soon as possible. And what are we going to need for that? Like I said before, something that's not shuffle. Something that has lots of slots. It's almost like, I need a wand that's good at everything. Well, cool, Stens. Like, don't we all? Excuse me. There is a Nala in here. It's a big old shovel. Like, this would have been fine if it weren't shovel. And then with this Nala, we don't need it for the teleport wand right now, so I'm actually gonna say no, but it would have been cool. The teleport wand is like great as it is. The travel wand, I should say. Ah, swappers galore. This swapper is like right on me. Okay, he's been put down. I didn't like how that turned out. I feel like I've been hit with some whiskey. Yeah. Okay. Grab that. Get this blood drink. Stay at full. Just topping off. Swappers again. It's in here. Earthquakes. 0 cast delay, but once again, it shuffles. Look at all this blood money. It's worth a lot too. Yeah, 200 a pop. We are we're really in it on rerolls. I think our next reroll is about what, 50 grand, which isn't, you know, late game. It's not a ton of money, but where we are right now, it's gonna put us back. We can't just spam rerolls. I am enjoying this immunity to toxic. One less thing to worry about while we're down here, right? We've made it to the bottom. Another Nala. This wand is interesting, but not what we're looking for. Boom, acid. Okay, nothing in this trap, interesting enough. I feel like phasing is helping. It felt like the right thing to pick up. Ooh, okay, acid. Just being aware of it. There is a wand over here we want to take a look at. Now, if this had more slots, this wouldn't be so bad, okay? But we need, if we're gonna be going with a exploding wand, yeah, I don't even want to fly over this. I'm a little concerned, but I almost have to for a second. Okay. Ah, another one? Nasty. Just staying away from them to prevent bad things from happening. Groupers everywhere. It just felt right to search the vault a little bit, especially at the speed in which we can do this. It's not like any of these guys are really holding much of a candle to us at this point. We're getting that money that we need, or that we need is maybe a stretch at this point. Could use money that wouldn't be bad to be holding on to. Yeah, get rid of all this nonsense. That looks like some strange liquid. I'm gonna go with Berserkium. Good, hit me with it. Oh boy. All this money. Look at this. We already looked at this, so we did not. Closer to the kind of wand we wanted. Still, I want way more slots than any of that. I'm asking for some kind of miraculous wand here, folks, and it's just... I might need to set the bar a little lower, right? But we could Like, this is closer. This has 11 slots, but there's just not enough mana recharge on it. I should say it's max mana is almost a higher priority at this point for my exploding wand. It'd be nice having slot 3 be something that... This has basically been the build, right? My first wand fights. My second wand drills. My third wand goes boom, and my fourth wand travels. Now we're going to have one more perk to pick up here, and we then could either go further to the right, really jump the shark and go one more time, or we head back and we start exploring the other direction. Because I'm going to have to go back and look at footage to even really remember how far did we end up going to this direction. Part of me is also interested in search of a nice wand, just doing a little Temple of the Art, even if it's like way the heck out here in some strange parallel world. If we do the temple now, we might find that wand that we need. Okay. Cool. A dormant crystal trigger, not quite what we need. Move explosions. Weird. Well, revenge bullets we know are good. Extra resistance against projectiles is going to help us survive longer. But we are going to pick that up. These things can then be re-rolled. I know it's 50k, but feels affordable. Phasing again? Phasing times 2? Or slime blood? Not being slowed by slime is pretty good. We thought about getting slime blood before. Higher projectile resistance. I'm gonna bleed slime. And I'm gonna be phasing. Do I want rats? Dying enemies release rats? That's too many rats. Okay. So if we're really gonna mess with the formula at this point, and we're going to just search this Temple of the Art because we can. Because we're hoping to find or just a wand that meets some of the criteria that we need. But let's make sure we top off here. Ooh, don't drown. This time we're leaving the fish on our plate. Not having fish with mana sauce today. We will have sand and rock with mana. It's also delicious. And yeah, I guess we are going to get crazy. Just hope that there are some cool wands in here and that we don't die. Mysterious darkness. How do we feel about that? Doesn't seem to be affecting me. Chances are it's like, well, you have unlimited all-seeing eye because you danced a jig at the right time. Somehow. See, this is better. This is like closer to what we wanted. But what we need is something else to go with that. That's going to like something that's going to trigger the spell. Like something shoots out and then it hits and then it adds a trigger and then it casts all these other things. So a projectile would need to go with this. Another thing we're going to really need is wand refresher, just for carrying reasons at this point. But yeah, with this, and it's reasonable cast time and everything, I mean, it's almost better than... I just don't know that it has enough slots for what we're trying to do. I'm actually going to say we can do better. That was a long time to decide that that was not the wand for me. I guess I'm just getting a little bit excited for making this wand. We shouldn't be slowed down by slime anymore. I know I'm slime blood. That's gonna have my projectile resistance pretty high, but we're almost done with like dying to projectiles. I mean, theoretically, yes, bosses, what have you. Some guy launching a bunch of saw blades at us, that's going to do it, sure. But we can still die, and we can, whether we fall on acid or get turned into a sheep. It's always something happens. You get turned into a sheep because some guy teleported you or swappered you into that, and then that ends your run. So we are... Everything is just about being vigilant for that. I suppose getting completely entangled in a lot of... What is this? Like, see, what is that? It's like a part of something. And that went flying at me, and it just was very disconcerting. Alright. So going around this way to this direction, that is a master of polymorphed over there, by the way. Is going to lead us closer to the route that would have taken us to the tower. We can do the tower, but I don't want to be hit with an earthquake, please. I know in past runs we were stacking lots of wands of swiftness. And while those are fine, and a wand of swiftness may meet some of the needs that we have, I think we can do a little better this time. I feel like that may have been one of our limiting factors last time, was an over-reliance on the wand of swiftness. So with any luck, we'll find a wand that will meet the criteria that we're looking for. Oh, I've been hit with some sort of swapper here, folks. Ooh. Something definitely did reasonable damage to us. No worries, plenty of health left. Excuse me. Is this going to do it? This is a lot like the wand we already looked at, because it is that wand. So let's move on. Boy, that wand looks mighty familiar. We already saw it. The pay is pretty good down here, too. Not as good as if we were in, say, hell. That looks like... I don't like it. It looks like teleport juice, so we're going to clear some of that off. What do we got here? Another similar wand to that. Holy Lance a little expensive on the power-wise. I would like something cheaper that we're going to add a trigger to. Probably not the magic missile. 7. Cast 7 spells. We're not going to need like something that's huge multicast because we're just going to use the modifiers to do that. Just totally simple. We have a few of those stored up. And we're basically all in on this mythical wand that's going to... Especially if we make it a little bit more reasonable than the last exploding wand we did, which was gratuitously large and silly. It's already looking like it's going to start to get gratuitously large. Based on... What is this? Chaotic polymorphine... Don't want any of that. The other nice part about while we're down here is that when we, about halfway through our episode now, when we get down to the very bottom, regardless of what we find, we can just teleport back on home and head to the other direction. Ooh, was that a polymorph, man? Oh, here's a wand. Could this be our wand? Doesn't look like it's going to be. Well, it's got a heck of a lot of mana recharge speed. It's not very fast. It always casts Bloodlust. Always ability to hurt you. That one looks really sketchy. I bet you it's actually not so bad. And here we are at the lab. The empty lab. Going through here will take us to the exit. It will take us home, I should say. Back to the correct parallel world. Or non-parallel world, I should say. Excuse me. It's like, do we want to go through that now? Or do we want to take another couple looks around? Well, there's a sheeps over there and problems, so I'm going home. And that's that. Should be back at the bottom. Whew, excuse me. Okay. Homing, I believe we don't have just homing. And that could be a good one to tack on at this point. Multiple speed ups might be a little gratuitous, and we're not leaving. I mean, we can store things back at the main level here. So I am fixing to buy homing. Okay. So that was a decent parallel world excursion, but we're not done with parallel worlds, folks. Oh no. Think about all this that happened here. We only went to the east. We didn't even go to the west. We have not explored the west. Ooh, and it got certainly dark in here. Look at this. How the heck am I going to get home through this? This sucks. I think I accidentally launched a partial bomb wand here. This is so dark. Like, what happened in here? Why did this get dark? We are going to be in for a world of hurt to try to get home through this. It's got to be done. Ooh. I just don't want to be polymorphed during this, so we need light. Good thing there's light on my shotgun. This suddenly got very sketchy. Right, which way to home? I don't know. We're so used to just being able to see all the time, and now it's just that ended abruptly. What was this over here? Oh, it's like the fire thing. I'm gonna drink this blood. Give me this. Scooping this up. A little bit of life. Alright, well, we certainly are going to need to be careful while we go through here. Curses. If we stay following the top, we eventually get out of here. Looks like we've been here before, clearly. Drink this. Look, we're just trying to... Because we got time left. We are just trying to get over to the other parallel world. We can start doing the west side. There should be a little pathway over here. Now I should be able to see again. There could also be good wands. Doubtful. Stuff, though, left behind. First of all, what is this? Fizzle. we want some form of a simple projectile that we can tack on to our future exploding bomb wand. No, 217 with 15 slots. Relatively fast recast. Could be our guy. Splitter bolt would also make a pretty good trigger for the exploder. It's fast, and it'll just sort of whip them out. I'm about ready to give this one a try here. Setting the teleport wand down while we buy this thing. This looks much more like something that we're going to be able to work with. Let's chuck these drills out. Can you be my exploding wand? Maybe. Maybe you can. Well, to do that, spend a little bit more money. This is gonna be like, well, come on, Stens. This is so wasteful of you. Like, well, I can afford it. What is this? 1,000? I pick up 1,000 in a split second. More powerful version, just the little baby splitter bolt. Nothing serious. Alright. It's like this. It's like a splitter bolt casts, and it's got an add trigger on it. Simple enough, right? And maybe it goes a little further. You see, it goes way out there. There you go. But what's the trigger? What happens? Well, things go boom, is what I believe. Exploding things home? Like a box, and a cart, and a bomb, the dynamite. Is that... Can I make that a little faster? Does that have enough stuff? If we add mana, and we add a recharge, does that make it just a little bit spicier? Runs out of mana pretty quick with that. With this, it doesn't run out of mana. I can just be like, here you go. These are all supposed to home. I like it, guys. I think it's funny. Teleport. I don't know if it needs that. This is just gonna become a storage wand. It could be like, it's the storage wand. Okay. Like, we have to keep it reasonable to start with, I think. By having these all kind of set differently. What about a large explosive box? Yeah. We want that. The dynamite, just in terms of its damage to mana drain, is not so hot. And the bombs themselves seem to be the actual big ticket item here. It's almost like it's not going off quite as quick. Does it need a cart? So that everything's going off at different speeds? This is just sort of a fun laboratory of explosives. We can't do this too much here, or we'll run into some problems with the... we'll run into problems where this doesn't count as a holy mountain anymore. That's something that we don't want to have happen. Nor do we want to like be losing wands in this process. So I am gonna say that these are good to go, and that is, well, that is the travel wand, or I mean, this was a storage wand at this point. We're gonna save that. That's just gonna be storage. We come back for this later. We now are like, here you go. We'll add to this. We will improve this. They're supposed to home. Come on. Alright. I liked it with the splitter bolt too. I think that was kind of interesting. Okay. Won't take too long to travel where we needed to go. Are we happy with that lab session is the ultimate question. I think so. I feel like the wand is good enough for what we need. We certainly could use wand refreshers. And we could buy them if we took a moment to go up to the sky. It's just that the sky is treacherous. Wand refresher, though, is going to give us so much more room to carry stuff. I also feel like I should be able to see everything, but I'm not for some reason. Which makes me concerned that we need to go down and pick up that all-seeing eye that we potentially left behind over here. Is this the room with that I did the laboratory? No, it's one further down. Alright folks, I don't think we should leave that eyeball behind, is all I'm saying. Yeah, this was the exploding laboratory. I want this just in my collection. This is something that we should be holding on to. Because I can always do like, oh yeah. There you go. Stuff like that. Yeah. Whatever. I felt like it was going to be a mistake to leave the all-seeing eye behind. So that's great. We move on. We want to make sure that we get into the other parallel world. Get that started, right? Way more perks are going to be needed. We're talking greed stacking. We're talking all sorts of damage stacking things. I should be able to see forever. Why I can't... Maybe we just need all-seeing eye. I mean, like... Right? I keep complaining about it, and I have to pick up a thing. Oof. That looked evil. Yeah, there's polymorphine on the ground there. Hey. Man, look what's in here. Alright, we'll top off for a second. We don't need to mess around with this too much. There's plenty of water around. Up we go. Up is up, is up. But we can drill up. There. I go up from right where I come out. It should be exactly where we needed to be, right? Sometimes I think I really overthink that, guys. Ooh. Get my levitate back. Yeah, I think we should really just drill up, too. And then look at that. Look how well that worked. No more thinking. Just going. Okay, level 2. Drilling up. Doubt we're going to find anything wand-wise that's going to mean much to us. There it is. After this, level 1. Wonderful. Now, we are going to have to screw around a little bit with the ambrosia trick in order to get to a parallel world. So we're not quite past that. Not until we start sporting the unlimited healing items that are we like to put together, which is going to involve having to get Circle of Vigor, which usually shows up at some point. Tree. Off we go. Boom. Okay. Now, if we had wanted to get crazy, we could have explored the sky a little bit. Try to get just at least wand refresher, which is going to help so much with storage. I kind of want to do it, but I don't want to die up here. We have to pass the cloudscape. Okay, there's one of the cloud biomes. But I want the one where I can shop. That's a little higher, yeah? Get nice and slow. Don't want to go flying into some horrible liquid up here. Look for that sky shop, folks. Okay. Should be up here. We're just doing a real quick visit. We're getting a wand refresher, and we're leaving. Before we die. It's like, but where is it? It's really becoming the question on everyone's lips. Because what is this? I'm not... Might be that I've just disoriented myself with this travel wand. I've never used a travel wand quite this potent before. But I feel like wherever we thought we were going, we didn't go there. I might want to hit the left side of the map real fast. If we're seeing any, like, rain, any drip is usually a good sign. Okay. Take a second to get our bearings. I'm a simple man looking for a wand refresher. Just for storage related reasons. I just wanted to store more spells. I feel like I'm about to crash into the sun and die, so let's not do that. Especially would consider we have to come back and do that later. Without the dying part. This is going to be another one of those episodes where Stens is just lost in space. Says I'm in the work. Well, then why not give me a sky? Well, here's a sky. Okay, this is it. This is it. This is it. We're going to find stuff for sale here. Okay. No nonsense. Just look for the shop. I think that stuff drains polymorphed and what have you, doesn't it? Or is that slime? Okay, okay, excuse me, excuse me. What liquid is this? Bad. This looks like where we would find shop, though. Okay, okay. Take it nice and easy. No gratuitous fighting. Just calmly trying not to touch things. Strange liquids. What are you? Not the spell we want. That looks like polymorphine. Okay, really concentrating here. Not a wand refresher. Kill the crap. That looks like polymorph. That definitely is polymorph. Strange burning. Okay. This thing. What is the name of this liquid? Why can't I see my cursor? Well, we said we were going to do parallel worlds, but now we just wanted storage, man. That looks like polymorph. Holy smokes! I've been polymorphed. And my life flashed before my eyes as a worm. Are you a wand refresher? Wand refresh. I found what I like. I'd like to go home now. I just want to go home. Just want to go home. Oofed. Okay. So yeah. Is it lowering the speed when I put that on there? A little bit, a little bit. Okay. Okay, we have to go around a cloudscape to get out. I don't know where I'm going to put that wand refresher, but it's going somewhere. Somewhere that's going to free me up some space. It's that simple. Didn't know it had mana cost to it. Which does throw off things a little bit. Because I feel like if I pack it on here, it's like this thing is fritzing a little bit. This one's also fritzing out. It's like I went and picked that up, but I didn't have like anything good to do with that. So it's like stupid. Okay. I'm like afraid about landing in evil. Well, wasn't that crazy? We got turned into a worm, and everything seemed to kind of ignore us. We were like some kind of sky worm. And nothing had an answer for it. How high did we go? Criminy! I gotta go around the cloudscape here. Let me out of this. I'm just doing a little end around here. Zzz. Bang. Okay, that was some cool traveling. Hey! Because we started this before we changed our mind, didn't we? We were like, let's start drilling this hole. And then I decided to do this. I decided to go get a wand refresher. I was like, we're here. I know I can buy it if I'm just careful. We just have to believe. We believed in ourselves. We turned into a worm. And everything was just okay with that, which was somewhat surprising. That might need to be the thumbnail for today. And okay, we aren't going to be able to get any perks with the amount of time we have left, but we are going to pass through here as kind of an ending and sort of reflect on what happened in this run. Can I have ambrosia on me, please? Like, correctly on the stems. I'm not getting it. 26, 28%. Okay. I'd say this was successful. I mean, we got, what, a couple hits of phasing, some slime blood, and we at least made our new exploding wand. We haven't tried it yet. I'm trying to dig this away so I can get some more of this on me. 17%, we'll take that. 8%, that went down quick. Let's get some more on. 22. Just taking time to even make that exploding wand, we're going to really be testing it out in this parallel world once we get there. It could be an exciting end to fly over to it and try not to die. See if we can actually make it in our last few minutes. I like to keep our episodes to an hour, but you know how we do it on this channel. Sometimes we have stoppage time and go a couple minutes over, but it's not going to take me that long when I'm flying at the supersonic speeds that I go at with this travel wand. However, we could crash right into something evil, who then hits us with 12 saw blades at the same second and kills us. Even with my projectile resistance, I feel like that would cut through me. So now it's time to gun it. Go, go, go. Go, Stens. Oh, hello. Hello, pyramid. Hello, pyramid. Hello, desert. Smash, smash, smash. Smash, smash. Up and down. We're going to swing around. Swing around, we're through. We're through. Hello. We're into a gas room. Well, that's perfect, huh? You know what that means too? We're doing so well on time. We're gonna get our first perk. Screw it. Let's get the treasure. This is full of gas. This is crazy in here. It's not New Game Plus, so we don't have to worry about there being like any kind of polymorphed guys in here. You just get to go. I don't like how my all-seeing eye just doesn't working anymore. Remember, we had that before. I swear to God, we had all-seeing eye functioning at all times. This might not even. This is gonna like take us through. We missed it. We missed it because we can't see. We cannot see. Okay, what about you? A little bit of little whiskey. Okay, this is our way in. This is what we wanted. I'm just gonna go ahead and dig through any one of these points. Oh, did I break into the water? No. I'm sorry. Oh, look what I did here. Look what you done. Okay. Well, whatever. Hey, drills. Drills is good. I'm telling you, that's what we probably want, regular drills. But eat your vegetables. Yeah. Eat the vegetables. Let's do it. You bet. You bet your boots. Alright, we were just talking about that, weren't we? Okay, terrific. We're definitely doing something with this. Next episode, we're going to start by, like, how can I get that drill into these other drill parts? I would drink more, but look at this. Look what I did here. Dumb. So that's a successful episode if I've ever seen one. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys if you want to watch some more Noita and hang out with Stens in the near future. I'm sure there will be some more videos coming up here around the corner. So thank you all for staying with me for this run. You guys are great. And I will see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.